a minute. This is not right. I don't know what's going on here. I can't choose it. There we go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, put a little more muscle in it.
There. Hello, everybody. Hello, Molly. And everybody else who's here. I know you're here, Jen, but you're eating dinner, so hello anyway. Yeah, Spotted Leaf wants to give you guys a nice shot of her butt. So how's everybody doing? It's getting closer to Christmas.
Bah humbug.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, this from the guy who went through Chandler Park last night looking at all the Christmas trees. You didn't say bah humbug then.
I was thinking it.
You were not.
Yeah. I was thinking it.
No.
So you were like, oh, didn't you get me first?
Yeah, so I could film the Christmas trees.
Should have told you to walk there.
Oh, sure. An 8-mile round trip. It was really cold. It was,
I just walked down the old railroad grade and you'd be there in there no time.
It was like 27 degrees when we were walking around last night filming those Christmas trees. If you didn't see our latest video yet. So, we were freezing when we were filming those trees, but it was worth it because they're really pretty.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Poor kitty.
And I guess it's going to start snowing soon, or it already did or something, because I got a warning on my phone from the weather app about it's going to start snowing soon. So I guess it's snowing out there again, but it's dark, so we can't see.
Well, last time I looked outside it wasn't, but been a bit since I last looked. So.
Yeah. High Flyer. Hey, dumb question. Do they bring the trees into Chandler Park and decorate them, or are they growing there? No, that's not a dumb question. And they bring them in there and set them up, and they get decorated. And then when it's all done and over with, they take them wherever they take them to the brush pile or whatever. It might look pretty if there were pine trees growing along the sidewalk there like that, but there's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot of other really nice tall shade trees in that park, so
yeah, there used
it's pretty
to be,
good.
When we were kids, there used to be a lot of trees in that park, but they all died off when we were, over the years. A lot of them did. But that park was never that nice when we were kids, though.
No, I mean, when I was a kid growing up, I didn't even know that park was there, because my parents didn't take me to that park.
Yeah.
I didn't find out until 2015 when I came over here to live with you that there was a park there.
Well, it wasn't much of a park when we were kids growing up because it was just really rough gate. Like up where the gazebo or whatever it is up on the hill there, that's where the old bathrooms used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were just in such bad shape that they had to be torn down.
Yeah, there's a fire pit in that on that hill now.
Yeah.
With a roof over it. But the local businesses and the local families and local individual people, they all sponsor a Christmas tree and decorate it. So I guess it helps the Onaway Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hurt to eventually go to the museum again there at the old courthouse.
Yeah, it's only open sometimes, but...
Well, I'll check and see what days it's open and stuff, but...
Yeah, it's all Onaway stuff in that museum.
Yeah.
But the town does have a lot of history. So.
Yeah, it does.
It's interesting. Boo. Boo. Come here, Boo. Come on. Over here. Come on. High Flyer says, okay, that makes sense. Thanks. Double X says, where's Colby? She's probably on the bed. In the bedroom. But she's doing good. She doesn't like Cole. So she stays on the bed a lot. Cole tries to play too rough with her and she mistakes it as fighting, and he's not trying to fight, he's just a kitten.
Yeah, he wants to play with her and she don't want no
yeah,
part
she
of
has
that.
the wrong idea, so she stays on the bed a lot. And then you guys can't see it, but Buddy's over there on the couch.
Yeah.
Here's Spotted Leaf. Boo is right here. She won't come around. Here we go. There we go. There's Boo. Oh!
Come on, slap happy kitty.
Yeah, Spotted Leaf doesn't like anybody.
No, she don't.
Boo's like, what the hell?
And she wonders why none of the other kitties like her.
Yeah, nobody plays with her because she's mean. She won't attack them or anything, but she growls and slaps.
Growls and slaps, yeah.
Yeah, so the other cats don't like that. Oh, White Storm's eating. Smokey is over there on the K-cup box for the Keurig.
Yeah. Oh, there's Colby.
Oh, there's Colby. Why don't you... Come here, Colby. Why don't you see if you can get her for a minute? Get her on camera.
I don't know if she'll let me get her or not.
High Flyer says, did Moran pull his sculptures from Awaken Park because of the vandalism? One of them he has so far. The rest are still in there, but last we knew that was still his plan. So that's all up to him. It's not very nice that people like to spray paint them and carve things in them. And that big pretty sturgeon that was in on Main Street, he sold that to Indian River because he didn't want that getting spray painted. So now you have to go to Indian River to see that one.
Yeah, and some people were taking knives or stones or whatever and carving stuff into the paint.
That's what I said, carving in them and spray painting on them. And the soldier head is the one that's gone out of the park so far. But unless he's changed his mind, last I heard, his plan was to get them all out of there. Colby. Well, yep, there's Colby. She's fine. There goes Colby.
Yeah. She's never been much on being held anyway.
No, she never, even as a little bitty kitten, she didn't like to be held. She's not that kind of cat.
She don't mind it if you reach down and pet her and stuff. She just don't like it when you hold her.
Yeah, she'll walk up to you and ask to be petted, but if you pick her up, she doesn't like that. White Storm. Aw. Who's a good girl? She's always sleeping right by my head all night long. Yep. On Monday, Cole goes to the vet to get neutered, so he'll be all taken care of. High Flyer says, I seen the soldier head along the river heading south of Indian River towards Gaylord along 75. Okay, I was wondering what happened to that. Because he sold it to, what was the name of that car store?
I don't even remember anymore.
Well, anyway, the auto parts store that used to be on Main Street in Onaway. He sold it to them, and they had it on Main Street next to the store. Then they moved to Indian River.
Oh, the name was Willie D.
Yeah, Willie D's Auto Parts. They moved their store to Indian River. And when they disappeared, so did that soldier head. So I didn't know where it went. But it's on I-75 now. It's not by their store in Indian River. It's just like on the next to the freeway. That's kind of weird. South of Indian River towards Gaylord. All right, the next time we go to Gaylord, we'll look for it, because that's the route we take. What is it? They just set it in a field or something? But it is kind of sad that nobody in Onaway can respect anything. They have to spray paint it and vandalize it, wreck everything. Yeah. And it's not kids doing it, it's grown adults. Because it's always political slogans all over everything. What do kids care about that? So it's the adults. All right. The Power Mac Galaxy said, I believe I have seen it on the right side of the highway too this year. Just south of Wolverine, actually, by a cabin along the Sturgeon River. All right. Next time we go to Gaylord, we'll look for it. Thanks for letting us know where it went, because we haven't gone to see the new Willie D's store in Indian River, so I didn't know if they put it next to the building there or not.
Yeah, same here.
I guess not. But the point is that it's out of Onaway, which means it's safe. I don't understand why people have to act like that, but they do.
Yeah, it seems like whenever Onaway starts, getting something nice going on, then somebody comes along and wrecks it.
Yeah, it's like they don't want the town to succeed.
Well, like they say, take one bad apple to ruin it for everybody.
It's more than just one, Don.
No, well, I know that, but
it's not everybody.
Yeah, I'm saying it's the same.
But it's definitely more than one.
You must have heard that saying? Like to say,
yes,
take one bad apple?
But it's more than one person.
I know that, but I was saying a saying.
And Tracy says, same here, Cornwall, Ontario. There are kids and adults just doing whatever, and it ruins things for everyone. Yeah. There's
I think it's like that just about anywhere you go.
Yeah, there's two guys in this town trying to improve it. Tom Moran and Mike Sturgill. And they both get so much backlash all the time, it's ridiculous. It's like nobody wants anything good around here. I mean, we do, and I know some people do, but it seems like the majority do not. Oh, Boo went back behind the laptop again. I guess that's where she wants to be. Molly says that's the way it's run here. Yeah, it's terrible. Hi, John. How are you doing? XX says, what's the story with the big weird house with the big porch in downtown Onaway? That used to be the offices for the Lobdell Emery steering wheel factory, which the steering wheel factory burned down in the early 1900s and took the whole future of Onaway along with it. And that's the only building left, and they have been trying to raise money to restore it because they want to move the museum from the upstairs of the courthouse into that building. But so far, there hasn't been a lot of success. They've only raised a little bit of money, and the building is rotting in the meantime.
Last I knew, they raised, I think, right around $5,000 so far.
Yeah,
but
and that's not
way
enough.
More than that.
It needs new everything. Total remodeling, new everything.
Yeah.
$5,000 is not enough.
No. But I'm just saying that's last I heard that they had right around $5,000 raised, and it's still not enough.
Yeah, and I just saw a post on on the On Away Facebook group last week, I think, about it's finally getting to the time where they can apply for historical status for it, which will protect it. So that would be nice.
Yeah. Hey, fat leaf.
John says I am well, just eating and watching and watching. Yeah, when we're done with this, we're gonna make wings in the air fryer, raw ones, actual. Stop showing your butt, Spotted Leaf. Actual raw ones with the tips still on them and all that, not breaded ones from the freezer section. In the air fryer, and then I don't know, with maybe potatoes with it or something.
Yeah, I was thinking big cheese or something.
Yeah. XX says, I bet it's haunted. I don't know. Nobody died there. The
Not
fire
yet.
did not reach it. Nobody died there. So I don't really think it's haunted. It's just weird looking. When I was a little kid, and my parents and I used to drive past there, I thought it was haunted. But I was like 5 years old, and that's what kids think. But I really don't think it is, because nobody died there.
Yeah, I remember somebody trying to do a haunted house there one year, and that didn't even make it past the 1 year, and that was it.
Yeah. John says I air fry dang near everything these days. Yeah, so do we. Because it's a way to get food to be like it went through the deep fryer without it having to go through the deep fryer. And things get a lot crispier than they do if we just put it in the normal oven. So I'm glad we bought that thing. Plus ours doubles as a food dehydrator too. That's how I dried the red peppers for the cayenne pepper powder. We've made jerky in there before. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. The other day, Jen and I had air fried chicken breast. Yeah, that sounds good. We've done that too. We put pretty much anything in there. Whitestorm's walking across the stove that I just very thoroughly cleaned, including running the self-cleaning oven. Now he's just putting paw prints all over it, but that's how it goes around here. We always wake up every morning and there's paw prints all over that stove. Sometimes I wonder if black was not a good choice, but I like
No, it
black
really
things.
wasn't. It really wasn't, not when it comes to being able to keep it clean.
Yeah, but I don't really like white either. John says we made jerky not that long ago. Love it. I love it. Yeah, jerky's really good. I bought some from the store last night, but we need to make some of our own. We have all kinds of jerky seasoning up in the cupboard there. We just haven't done it. And you can make banana chips in there and stuff. Anything you can put in the food dehydrator in our air fryer here, you can do. Because it's got all kinds of buttons. It says pizza oven and food dehydrator and reheat and all kinds of stuff on there. So it's not just an air fryer. Molly says, was trying to make my bed, but the cat wouldn't move and just sat there till I put the duvet on, then got on top of the duvet to sleep. Yeah, that's why we don't make the bed. It's kind of pointless. Plus they like to burrow into the blankets and under them and all that. Nobody goes in our bedroom anyway. Nobody comes over. So who cares if the bed's made?
Yeah. If we get company here, it's not often.
Yeah, and they don't go in the bedroom. And we are both blanket thieves. So we each have our own blanket. One blanket on one side, one blanket on the other. So if we make the bed, then we have to, when we go to bed, we have to separate them, tear it all apart and separate them. So why bother?
Yep. I don't like sharing my blankets with nobody.
No, and I have a bad habit too of stealing the blanket from him, and then he steals the blankets from me. So we gave up on trying to share blankets years ago. Molly says I have so many blankets for the cats. He loves to sleep on top of all the blankets. And Tracy says it's a cat's world. Yeah, pretty much. They rule. So far, so good with the Christmas tree, though. All they do is take down the round ornaments, probably about 6 of them a night, bat them around the house. And then when we get up in the morning, we collect them up and we put them back on there. They haven't tipped it over or anything, so far, so good. Fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was something. We wake up one morning and the whole tree's like halfway across the living room. Blah, big mess. I hope not.
That's what you do, step on the tree's toe and give it a good push.
No, but I have seen Boo and Leela try to crawl up in there, so I hope that it doesn't come to that. Molly says, my sister said he rules the house where, we're just here for him. Yeah, pretty much. We're just here to pet them when they want it, give them food and water and treats, and stuff like that. Play with them. We're their servants. Cole's vet appointment is up in Sheboygan, and we have to drop him off at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then wait all day long to pick him up. Probably close to close, which they close at 4 or 5. So we're going to do our grocery shopping at Walmart, and then we're going to be sitting there going, what now?
Yeah,
That's what happens every time.
We'll probably take our fishing pole and go to the river.
Oh yeah, I
Try a
forgot
little
about
fishing.
that, yeah. But we can go shopping first. It's cold enough that nothing will go bad in the car.
Yeah, if there's anything got to be refrigerated, it's cold enough out, it'll keep.
Yeah. Punk Skunk says, geez, I think this is the first time we've caught your live since we saw you at the meeting in September. Yeah, I know. I was wondering what happened to you guys. It actually went through my mind. Maybe they don't like us anymore. But we decided to do it earlier. Instead of waiting till 9 o'clock our time. We decided to do it before dinner instead of after dinner. Our time anyway. Tracy says, how goes it with your car? He can't find the leak. He poured pepper into the antifreeze and he said that'll plug the hole.
I'm hoping it does.
But we still can't take it to Detroit and back.
Yeah, I won't trust it taking a long distance, but they around here, not too far from one, I'll take it.
Yeah, so we can't do the Novi Pet Expo this year. I did buy the tickets, but then I sold them to somebody else who's going and needed them. Punk Skunk says, we love you guys, just been crazy times. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Belfry Bat says, didn't that tissue paper factory burn to the ground in Sheboygan? You can go view the rubble. Not the factory itself. It was the factory's warehouse across the road, and they're still trying to clean that up. But the good news is that the toilet paper factory is no more. It got evicted out of there, or they got evicted out of there because they weren't paying their rent. There was a whole bunch of other stuff they were doing wrong. Only about 30 people worked there, and they've been laid off for, I don't know, a year or two. So nobody was working there anyway. It's just a big old eyesore. And I sure hope that this means that they will tear it all down. And then we can see the river again. Maybe they can make a park there. Everybody was like, oh, Sheboygan's livelihood. No. That factory wasn't doing anything for anybody.
No, it was, when it was up and going, it was maybe 40 people working there, if that.
Yeah, and they haven't for the last couple of years. They've been all collecting unemployment.
Yeah.
Belfry Bat says, how will the fine people of Sheboygan wipe their butts now? You know what? I don't know where that toilet paper was going. We never saw any toilet paper from that place in any of the stores anywhere. So I don't actually know where that was going. Not to the people of Sheboygan, that's for sure.
No, if you wanted toilet paper from there, you had to go into
nothing
the office.
About that
and ask
place
them
made
for
any
some.
sense. And the big main factory, half of it had collapsed anyway. It all needs to go.
Yeah.
Mr. Chubby Hubby says, howdy there, Wilton in real life. Good to catch you live and hope all is well with you folks. Yeah, it is. I hope everything's good for you. And Molly says, could it be a front for something else happens here? Oh, wait, what do you mean, the factory? I think they should just tear that all out of there, and then we can see the river again, and it'll be pretty, and maybe they can make a park in there. Yeah, yes, the factory.
Well,
No, it's falling right apart. They never took care of it for years and years. It's collapsing.
Yeah, the roof is caving in and everything on the
Yeah.
factory part. The building's in such rough shape. Anybody that would buy it, they'd be better off just to rip it down and put something else there.
Yeah, and now they're all under suspicion for the fire. That they don't know exactly what caused it yet, but the police are all suspicious.
And,
who knows? Maybe it was an insurance fraud thing.
And the machines that is in there is all got to go back to the company because they haven't been getting their payments for the machinery.
Yeah, all the machinery to make the toilet paper was rented, and they did not pay the rent on it, so all that got repossessed.
They weren't paying their bills.
And they weren't paying the rent on the building or their property taxes or anything. So they got evicted right off the property. So there is no more toilet paper factory. Oh, a front. Okay, I see what you mean. A front for something else is doing illegal business. I don't know. Maybe they're making crack and meth there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Who knows? I know they were getting in trouble constantly for not doing the things they were supposed to be doing.
Like water testing all the time, they weren't doing that.
Yeah, anything they were supposed to do, they weren't doing. It'd be good. It'd just be good if they cleaned it all up and.
Yeah, I think it'd be better if they just rip it right out of there and sell the property off for commercial property and hope somebody else would redevelop it.
Yeah, either that or make a nice park right there on the river.
Or a nice park or something. Yeah, something.
What is the company's name? At the end there, it was Tissue Depot. Molly says, just reminded me of a shop nearby, LOL. The shop's a mess when you go in and is open 24/7, which is very suspicious here. Yeah, basically this place was closed for like the last couple years. Nobody was even working. Yeah, you're welcome. But people on Facebook are like, oh no, Sheboygan's livelihood. There's no livelihood there. Everybody was laid off. Nobody was even working. And like I said, nobody ever actually saw any toilet paper out of there. It didn't go to the stores, so I don't know what they were doing with it. I do know it existed because during the pandemic they were selling big boxes of toilet paper.
Back to the 96 count.
Yeah, and people were lined up all the way to the other side of town in their cars because it was a drive-through pickup thing to pick up this toilet paper. And that's the only time anybody's actually seen any toilet paper out of there.
Yeah, it just made me shake my head. Everybody's freaking out about wiping their backside and wiping out all the toilet paper where nobody could never get any. It's like, okay, that makes no sense.
Yeah, luckily that's over with.
Yeah. Everybody hoarding toilet paper. That way they can wipe their ass.
So I see we have 20 people watching. That's a lot for us, actually. So welcome, everybody, and thank you. And I hate to bring it up, but we do have our memberships open if anybody is interested in that kind of thing. Where you get custom emojis and a badge by your name. And there's going to be more. It says I have to get some members before I can make more. I have little icons of the rest of the cats made, ready and waiting on my computer, but they won't let me upload them unless somebody joins. But there will also be a weekly members only vlog. I haven't made one yet because nobody has joined, but as soon as somebody does, I will. But it's there. I decided to open it up. It's where it says join over there. But nobody has to. I'm just letting everybody know it's there. Mr. Chubby Hubby says more toilet paper than food to use it on. Yeah, pretty much. Ugh. I kept thinking there must be some good recipes to make toilet paper smoothies or some such. Oh, that's so gross. Just thinking about that, because wet toilet paper, yuck. It's like when I went to school and people they'd go in the bathroom and take these big gobs of toilet paper and get them wet in the sink and then throw them up on the ceiling. That's gross. I don't know why, but wet toilet paper just makes me want to throw up. Ugh.
That's funny.
Molly says my cat's sleeping on me again. He hasn't left my room as it's cold here. And, oh, I hate wet toilet paper. The thought of it, no thank you. Yeah, it's gross. Gross. I also don't like wet bread. Yuck. Wet paper towels are a little better because they're thicker, but that's not so great either. It just must be a texture thing or an appearance or whatever, but like when a piece of bread gets all soaked and you pick it up and it just goes, bleh, that's gross. So yeah, toilet paper smoothie, that's gross.
Toilet paper smoothie?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just couldn't get over the fact that everybody was hoarding toilet paper. It's like, if you're going to hoard something worth a little more worthy of hoarding besides just toilet paper.
Yeah, and then the Family Dollar here in Onaway, when all that was going on, they would only put one pack of toilet paper out at once to try to prevent the hoarding. But that wasn't very helpful either when we wanted to go get toilet paper and somebody had bought that one thing of toilet paper and they were too busy or lazy or something to go bring out another one, so it was very hard to buy toilet paper there because of the way they were doing it. Ugh. Molly says, I don't like the wet food when you're doing the dishes and you feel it. Yeah, that's gross too. So Colby's over there taking a bath on the black rug. At least we can see her when she lays on it. Can't see Cole or Buddy or Boo when they lay on it.
Oh, when you put that on, like I told you, you was creating a break your neck hazard.
Yeah, but I have, and I know it's in that closet. I have a tan rug, the same size. And I know it's in that closet because I folded both those rugs up after washing them and put them away in there. But now we can't find it, which makes no sense because I know it never got taken out. And we emptied everything out of that closet. So what in the world happened to the other rug? Did it just go poof? It has to be in there, though. It doesn't make sense. Belfry Bats says, is Onaway having their spectacular Christmas parade this year? They've never had a Christmas parade. If you're talking about that one that we used to film in Sheboygan, that was on the 2nd. And that was in Sheboygan, but we didn't go do it this year because it's the same thing every year, and we're having this antifreeze leak problem, and hardly anybody ever watched the video of that when I put it up.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
So I don't think anybody's very interested in that. And I saw photos from it, and it is again the exact same floats as ever. So I guess if you film it once, you filmed it every year forever because nothing changes.
Yeah, it's always the same.
Yeah. But the only parade that Onaway has is the 4th of July parade and then that semi-truck parade in May for the Big Rig Challenge from the Onaway Speedway.
Yeah.
Gordon says, well, in a few more days, to Christmas Eve, so I want to say hello. Yeah, hello, Gordon. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, it's December is flying by just like every other month. November sure flew by fast. Caitlin says, I saw on Insta you're starting a new job. How's that going? Well, I hope. Well, I haven't found a job yet. But if, with the way inflation is, I have to start looking for a job, I guess. I changed my mind though. I don't want it to be McDonald's. There's got to be something else, non-fast food somewhere. Hello, Jen. I would say how are you, but I was talking to you earlier. And another problem with getting a job right now is that there are no jobs here. They're all in Petoskey, Indian River, Sheboygan, Gaylord. And the car's leaking antifreeze all over and can't be fixed, so...
Yeah, I can't figure out where it's leaking at.
Yeah. That's another roadblock.
Yeah.
And he does not believe in taking cars to a garage no matter what happens. So.
And who knows if they can even figure it out, and by the time done, you could be paying them a lot of money and not even have it fixed.
Yeah.
So why? Why go and pay them a lot of money and might not even get fixed?
Bill Free Bats, I wish Don would run for mayor of Vonaway, then he could establish a yearly Christmas parade. I don't think you want to do something like that, do you?
No.
Be the mayor of Vonaway?
Nope.
Gordon says, you can't take my humbug out. Be the Grinch like, that's my job, Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a Grinch.
Yeah. I'm the biggest Grinch of all.
Yeah, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have a tree or anything.
Nope. Waste of time, waste of money. There you go. There's your Grinch.
Yeah, well, your brother got that tree for you as a gift, so how's that a waste of money?
No, it was gotten technically for you for a gift, not me.
Well, one way or the
Because
other.
you was the one that was going boo hoo hoo, I picked the wrong tree.
Yeah.
So, it was gotten for you, not technically for me.
Yeah, if you see a lot of our old videos, the first tree I got was a white one. It was supposed to be white with colored lights, but I grabbed the wrong box, and it was white with white lights, and that didn't look very good. So I gave it to Goodwill, expecting to be able to buy another one, and then Christmas came a few years ago, and I couldn't buy another one. So I thought we were going to go without. And then his brother said, hey, I just happened to buy 2 Christmas trees by accident. Yeah, okay.
It wasn't by accident, it was intended.
Yeah.
He told you it was by accident.
But yeah, we're thankful, and that was really nice of him.
Yeah, because he was buying you a Christmas tree.
Yeah, this green one with the white lights, which I think it looks better than the white one anyway. It's prettier.
Yeah.
Molly says we debate every year about putting a tree up, and in the end they put it up, even though we have the same discussion yearly. Well, the only reason we didn't put up one last year was because we had kittens here. But we also have kittens here this year, and I said, okay, forget it, we're putting it up anyway. Or else we'll never be able to put it up. So far, they're being good about it. Tesla Man 86, hello, glad I could make it to the live stream tonight. Yeah, hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, hello.
We're just talking. Now somebody's arguing. It sounds like Spotted Leaf. She makes these horrible noises and slaps the rest of the cats, but she doesn't actually hurt anybody.
Yeah. Some of the cats around here just get really mouthy.
Yeah.
All mouth, no action.
Yep, there she goes. Oh, it's her and Colby. Her and Colby are chasing each other around, growling at each other.
The 2 Piaches. Now Kobe's running away.
Yeah. But it's got to be more play than anything because they're chasing each other around. Tesla Man says I'm good. Well, that's good. But yeah, right now we have a 50-50 split here. 4 males and 4 females. Half and half. The 2 oldest ones are Spotted Leaf and Smokey. They're going to be 6 years old in March. And of course the 2 youngest ones are Boo and Leela, they're sisters. But Cole, who's not related to them, is only 1 month older than they are. So there's technically three kittens right now. It looks like Cole's over there in my chair.
Look, Buddy.
Oh, that's Buddy?
Yeah, that's
All right,
Buddy.
because Buddy was on the couch.
Oh, he's over in the chair.
Huh.
That's Buddy. Cole ain't that big.
Molly says, do you have a Christmas day plan like we wait till my sister comes to open presents? Then a few hours later is dinner, but we watch Christmas films all day. Well, the only thing we do is make ham and other good stuff for dinner. So we just have a big dinner. And it's only the 2 of us, so we always have lots of leftovers for future meals.
Yeah.
And we'll probably put some Christmas stuff on, like Christmas Vacation or A Christmas Story. We haven't watched A Christmas Story yet this year. We own it on Blu-ray, so maybe on Christmas Day we'll stick that in.
Yeah.
We already watched Christmas Vacation, but that's one of the ones where you can watch it over and over. Molly says, cool, so do we, lots of leftovers.
And we already watched the Polar Express.
Yeah. Punk Skunk says, which black cat is behind your laptop? It's Boo. It's little bitty Boo. Yep. Little bitty fuzzy Boo. She's apparently going to be a really little cat because she's a lot smaller than her sister Leela.
Well, her mom's a really small cat.
Yeah.
She's about the size of the mom right now.
Yeah, and her sister Leela are 6 months old. So I don't think she's going to be a big cat.
But yeah, you look at Buddy and you look at Boo, it's like, no, they're not out of the same litter, but they come from the same mom.
Yeah,
and they're
these
huge size
2
difference.
are Buddy's little sisters.
Yeah.
Molly says, I love Jingle All the Way for Christmas. May watch it soon. Belfry Bat said, we watched It's a Wonderful Life and Jody cried like a baby. That's one I haven't seen since I was a little kid. I should watch it again. Punk Skunk says, cuteness. And Gordon says, the one kitten is orange in stripes. May not be friendly, it's a wild. Yeah, it's not good when they're left to turn wild. Because then you can't tame them if they get a home later. Not very easy anyway.
Yeah, a feral cat, yeah.
Yeah.
When they're feral and you try and pick one up without having gloves on and stuff, they'll tear you right up.
Yeah. Molly says, never seen that film, It's a Wonderful Life. I've heard of it though. Yeah, I think the last time we watched it, it was me and my family, and I think I was like 9 or 10. So I should watch it again. But I'm not sure if it's streaming anywhere or not. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's another... What's that other black and white, famous black and white Christmas movie?
Yeah, there's one I'm thinking of, and I don't know if we're thinking the same one or not. But
Yeah, because there's 2 famous black and white ones. I think It's a Wonderful Life is the one with Jimmy Stewart, but then there's another one.
yeah, what I'm thinking of, line in the movie is where one of the little kids says, every time a bell rings, an eagle gets its wings.
That's It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Belfry Bat says, has Don shot a deer straight between the eyes this deer season? No.
No.
Oh, Miracle on 34th Street. That's right. Yeah, that is what I'm thinking. But no, he hasn't had any luck this year.
My brother has, but I
Yeah,
haven't.
he didn't get anything.
I didn't get anything.
But yeah, Miracle on 34th Street, that is what I was thinking. And I couldn't think of it for some reason. I should watch that one again too, because I haven't watched that since I was a kid either. And we watched the two Home Alone movies already. We only like 1 and 2. Anything after that is stupid. I mean, that brand new one they made last year or the year before, that one was alright. But the ones, like, I see there's a Home Alone 3 and a Home Alone 4 from way back when, and I know 3 was not good, so I don't want to watch 4.
Yeah, I didn't care for 3. I watched it, but I didn't care for it. It wasn't horrible. I wasn't a huge fan of it either.
Tracy says, I still stick to the cartoons even though I'm 52. You mean like Charlie Brown and stuff? We used to watch those all the time too, and now they're on Apple TV Plus, which we're not subscribed to. They don't put them on TV anymore. Oh, and The Grinch.
Well, I say, no matter what we are, you still got a little bit of kid left in you.
And Mr. Chubby Hubby says, your audio is getting choppy. Is that happening to anybody else? Because if it's not, refresh your stream, Mr. Chubby Hubby, and that should fix it. Molly says, is there 2 versions of Miracle on 34th Street? I've watched one, and it's the kids from Matilda in it. I didn't know that, but apparently there is. But I'm talking about the old black and white one from a long, long, long time ago, before I was even born. Tesla Man loves Home Alone, which, yeah, it's really good. Belfry Bat says, I watched Prancer the other day. I may have seen that when it first came out. It sounds familiar, but I can't remember anything about it. Molly says, thanks, I get confused. There's a few of them. And oh no, I haven't seen the black and white one. Yeah, the black and white one is the original. But it seems like over the last, I don't know, 15 years or so, they're constantly trying to remake movies when they don't really need to.
Yeah, some certain movies that they try to do a remake on them, and it's like they ruin it.
Yeah. So I guess that's where that other one came from, with the kids from Matilda in it. Catherine B says, my audio was breaking up too, but it's better now. Alright. I'm not sure why that would be. We have really good fiber internet now, so I don't know why that happened. Tracy says, Rudolph is my favorite, The Grinch and Frosty. Yeah, those are all the really good ones that I used to watch when I was growing up. But it's so hard to find them now. I also like the Garfield Christmas special, but I can't find that anywhere now either. Molly says, I've noticed that too. They need to leave films alone and not redo it all the time. Yeah. Catherine says, Prancer is my favorite. Yeah, that's really familiar. I think I saw that, but it's been a long time. Hello, Molly Main. How are you doing? Mr. Chubby Hubby says, the old Rankin Bass specials are my favorite. Yeah, it's so hard to find that stuff now, though. Nobody has it up anywhere. Belfry Bats. What about Santa Claus versus the Martians? It's a classic. That I have never heard of. I'm going to have to do some research on that. Sounds interesting. Yeah. Oh, Ernest Saves Christmas. I like that. Molly says, I love the Disney Christmas films, but the older ones of Mickey Mouse, etc. Yeah, that stuff is on Disney Plus. So we can watch that kind of stuff anytime. The Muppets Christmas Carol is great too. Yeah, that is also on Disney Plus. We do have Disney Plus, so we can watch that kind of stuff anytime we want. Which we should. Because I forgot about that. And then there's that Jim Henson thing with the otter and the jug band or whatever. I always liked that as a little kid. And I can't find that anywhere either now. You would think it would be on Disney Plus because Disney Plus owns all the Jim Henson stuff, but they don't have it for some weird reason. But yeah, when I was a kid, I used to like to watch that. Molly says, sometimes I just sit and watch the old Disney Christmas films on it. Yeah. We need to go through there and watch those all again. Like they have the Mickey Mouse version of A Christmas Carol on there with Scrooge McDuck, and I always liked that one when I was growing up. Matt John says, did you go deer hunting? He did, but he didn't have any luck, and it looks like he won't. You don't plan on going anymore, probably, do you?
The rifle season's over with.
Oh, it's over now?
For the rifle season, yeah. You got
Okay,
your,
yeah.
Like your
I don't know how long deer
stuff
season
like
is
that,
supposed
but-
to be, so yeah, he didn't get anything this year.
Yeah. There's muzzle. I don't know if muzzle loading is still going on or not, but I don't got a muzzle loader. I'm going to be able to do muzzle loading hunting if I borrow Dave's muzzle loader.
Yeah. Catherine says, oh yeah, those rank and bass were the best. Great memories waiting to see that every year before videos were around. Yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff out there. But I just kind of wish that Apple had not taken possession of the best ones, because we used to be subscribed to Apple TV Plus, but we're not now, so we can't watch the Charlie Brown Christmas or the Grinch or any of that stuff this year, because they quit putting them on TV. Mr. Chubby Hubby says Rudolph's Shiny New Year is going. Is good. Love the New Year baby with the big ears. I don't know if I've seen that. Rudolph's Shiny New Year. It's another something I'll have to look up. I just remember the old original. I have an ornament on the tree of Rudolph from that old original. Most are available on DVD for cheap. Yeah, I know, but we never think about going and getting those. He's always looking through those big bins in Walmart, those great big things. But I know that those are off in another section, so we need to start collecting those up and adding them to our collection.
Yeah.
Then we can watch them whenever we want.
That's why I like having our own copies and stuff. That way, if you can't find something streaming, you want to watch it, then you can go and just pull it out of your pile of movies, and there you go.
Yeah. I know a lot of people think that DVDs and Blu-rays are outdated and they shouldn't have them, and they either threw them away, sold them on Facebook, or gave them to Goodwill, but we're still collecting them.
I've been collecting them for a lot of years.
I know eventually they're going to stop making them, like they did cassette tapes and stuff, but we'll buy them while we can.
Yeah, and VCR, and you don't find that stuff anymore.
Yeah, but the VHS tapes, and it's good they're gone. Because they were, it's a tape. And then the VCR eats the tape, and then the movie is wrecked, and that doesn't happen with the DVDs and the Blu-rays.
No, but you get a scratch in the DVD, a really good deep scratch, and there you go, it's done for, like VCR tape.
Yeah, I know. Molly says, I have some DVDs that I like to rewatch as they're not on TV anymore, or you need a subscription for them. Need to add some more to my collection. Yeah, that's pretty well why we collect them.
Yeah, that's us too.
And there's some things that, movies and stuff, that are not on streaming anywhere at all. So,
yeah.
That we have in our collection.
Yeah.
XX says, the Saved by the Bell Christmas episode is a banger. It's the episode where Zach hits on a girl that works at the mall.
I think I might have seen that one.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
I haven't watched that show in so long.
Oh, same here. Especially Doogie Howser. I haven't seen that in a long time either.
We've been rewatching The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air on Hulu.
Yeah.
I used to watch that all the time, but then I quit for a long, long time, and now it's on there, so we've been going through it all and rewatching it all over again. Gordon says, that building in Onaway was once used for women who need help, single parents. Yeah, there's been a lot of different things in there. Like, what's the name of that that weird religion thing with this that used to I can't think of it. In the building, in the ugly green building with the roof in on away.
Yeah, the old Labdell's funeral office.
Yeah, it used to be. I can't think of the name of it now. That weird cult thing.
I don't know.
Well, anyway. Matt John says, I can't watch anything with Will Smith anymore. I just think of him slapping Chris Rock. I knew somebody was going to say that, but it could have been worse. He didn't rape anybody. He didn't molest anybody. He's not one of the people that are doing not Jehovah's Witnesses. Not Scientology either. It might not have been a religion. But anyway, he could have done a lot worse. He didn't kill somebody. He just slapped somebody. Yes, it was wrong, but there are actors and producers and directors and stuff out there who have done such much worse things. So it isn't, I mean, whatever. They had an argument. Their argument is none of my business. So, Masonic Lodge, maybe. Mr. Chubby Hubby says, I wonder if the Allen and Independence Day talked about Jada. LOL. Oh, the alien. I don't know. But anyway, their problems are not my problem. Molly says, I don't hold that against Will Smith. It's for him and Chris Rock to sort out. Other than that, I don't need to know. Yeah, exactly. But whatever. Matt Johns, if you don't like Will Smith, that's your business too. You can hate Will Smith. Nobody told you can't. Everybody has their own opinion.
That's right.
But yeah, maybe Masonic Lodge. I was trying to think of the name. I remember when I was a kid, their sign used to be out front on the lawn. But it's been a long time now where there has been absolutely nothing in there. And every time we go by, which we went by there last night, I have to wonder, how much damage is getting done to that building every winter? When there's no electricity turned on, there's no heat turned on, everything freezes all winter long, and then it thaws in the spring. There's got to be all kinds of damage going on every winter.
Well, I remember when there was talk going on around Donaway that they wanted to move the building, and it's like, why?
Yeah, I don't know where they'd move it.
Exactly, where would they move it? And plus,
that's where it was originally built.
Yeah, I
was just
going to say that, and that's where it sits is its original spot where it was built.
Yeah. But anyway, they did try to have a haunted house in there on Halloween a couple years, no, probably 20 years, 15, 20 years ago now. But then they quit doing that.
Yeah, they tried doing the Halloween things in there, and it just never worked out.
Matt says the Lobdell and Emery, it's Emery, not Bailey. The Lobdell and Emery Company offices was a Masonic Lodge. Yeah. That's the name I was trying to think of, and it wouldn't come to me. But that's one of the things that has been in there. But there's been a few things in there.
Yeah,
but not recently. Not. It's been empty for the whole 9 years Donna and I have been together, and it was empty before that. So it's been empty for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I know that they've been wanting to fix it up, but they just can't get the funding.
Yeah.
It would be awesome if they could get funding up for that to be able to fix it up, because right where they are doing the museum at now with the stuff, is in the old Onaway courthouse, and it's not big enough for them to be able to display everything.
Yeah.
And if they could get it in there, then they'd probably be able to display everything because of that being a bigger building, and they would have all the floors to be able to spread the stuff out.
Matt says, I wonder why they don't tear it down. It will just be a money hole for anyone. They don't want to. They want to hold on to it for historical value.
Yeah, there's too many people around Onaway that don't want it gone.
Yeah, they want it all remodeled and fixed up and used as the museum.
Like the old Onaway courthouse. The
Yep.
city wanted to rip that down, and then the people were like, nope, threw a big old fit.
Yeah, now the library's in there and the Chamber of Commerce is in there. But on the also, the longer they leave it sit there, it's just going to collapse. So.
Maybe that's what it'll take for them to do something about it then.
But I did see a post on Facebook just last week that said it's nearing the date where they can apply for historical status. Now, I don't know what exactly that means, besides protection from it being torn down. But if that means that they can apply for grants and stuff to help get it fixed, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Because they would like to keep it for sentimental reasons and historical stuff, but the roof alone would cost a fortune to shingle. Yeah, that's why $5,000 won't do it.
Yeah. Well, I know my brother Dan did his roof just this last summer, and just to do the roof on the main part of his house cost him right around $3,500. So yeah, I can see it's gonna be expensive to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, but people are trying to save it. People care enough about it and the town's history that they don't want to see it go. However, like I said, the longer it sits there, it will collapse on its own. So.
And if it collapses on its own, then they're going to be forced to have to clean it up.
Yeah. So they can't sit around and wait for money forever.
No. Either fix it up or rip it down, one or the other.
Yep. Yeah, it must be time for the cats to take a nap. Everybody just settled down and they're sleeping all over. Tracy says there's an old theater here, and yes, getting historical status meant that they could apply for financial help to restore it. Well, that would be nice.
Yeah,
because that's what they need. They need grants, huge grants, to remodel that place.
Yeah.
Because they can't raise enough money for it locally.
No, they've been trying, and last I knew it was right around $5,000 last they that they had last I knew, and that wouldn't even do the roof. So.
Matt says, so what else is new? I don't know. Just we're gonna have wings for dinner. I don't know.
Having to accept the fact that snow's here now, and I don't like that idea.
Yeah. Tracy says it's beautiful now, and they hold events and show films again. Yeah, it would be nice if they could actually get the historical status on that building and fix it up. Matt says Sheboygan is a good example. What is this darn thing? They tore down a ton of stuff and downtown looks good now. Yeah, but that's because they got grants from the Downtown Development Authority. Onaway does not qualify for the Downtown Development Authority. They've already been through that, so unfortunately they can't get help from them.
Yeah, Onaway's been ripping down more buildings than the buildings that's been going
Yeah, they
up.
just tear them down and that's it.
Yep. They get ripped down and
nothing else gets built in its place.
Yeah. I feel lucky that Onaway gotten Family Dollar and Dollar General.
No, because for some reason Family Dollar and Dollar General for the last 20 years or so has focused on nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
They want to build in nowhere places. like they put I mean, Dollar General didn't, but Family Dollar put their stores in bigger towns like Alpena and Sheboygan out of business and built new ones in tiny places like Asanique and Lachine. Lachine has nothing. So now
Yeah.
there's this Dollar General sitting in the middle of nowhere. So that's why we got a Family Dollar and a Dollar General, because this is nowhere. And for some reason, they like to build nowhere.
You know. But I still feel lucky that I only got lucky to do this stuff. It's like, yeah, that's the kind of stuff I only can use.
Matt says they also stop things for no reason, like how Moran wanted to put something in that old gas station and they stopped him. Yeah, and they are also vandalizing all of Moran's sculptures to show disrespect. They are harassing Mike Sturgill, the one who bought the Onaway Speedway. It's like whenever somebody comes in who could make the town better, they're against it.
Yeah.
So they whine and complain about Onaway is disappearing, Onaway has nothing, wah, 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 wah. But when somebody tries to help, they're against it, which makes no sense.
Yeah. Makes no sense, you know. Because there's these people that have these companies that's willing to take some of the money from their business and invest it into a town.
And they don't want it.
And they don't want it. It's like, why not? I mean, they're willing to trying to give back to the community.
Yeah, I mean, you would not believe the horrible bad-mouthing comments on both Tom Moran and Mike Sturgill on the Onaway Facebook group. People just rip them right apart for no reason at all and make them sound like the most horrible monsters ever. None of that makes sense. Like the first year of the Big Rig Challenge, none of the gas stations would stay open late for them. Yeah, and a whole bunch of people complained because they had the parade with the trucks. They were all against that. And they don't want his trucks in the 4th of July parade either, because they were against that. None of it makes sense. XX says Speedway has the best spicy chicken sandwiches. Well, the only Speedway around here is in Sheboygan. I guess there's one in Gaylord. But we used to go to the one in Sheboygan all the time when his sister lived within walking distance of it, but we haven't been there for a long time. I do like spicy stuff, though. Matt says, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, it's anything good, they hate it. And I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, the Onaway Speedway is only going to do the Big Rig Challenge at the main one in May, and then the small one he has in the fall. There aren't going to be any more races on the normal track, because all the citizens did was fight and scream and harass them and stuff.
Harassed all the drivers. Was harassing all the drivers and stuff.
Yeah, the local citizens of Onaway were making everything hell. And yes, Roger City is absolutely just as bad. People don't like change. Yeah, but the thing is that they should stop posting on Facebook, oh, our town, it's disappearing. Well, if you don't want any change, shut up. Matt says they stopped a power plant from being built. Yep, I remember that. They also don't want any businesses, because when we lived there for a while when I was a little kid, and then we ended up moving to Hawks for my senior year, so I had to go back to school there. But when I was a younger kid, I remember my dad saying, because that's when they built the McDonald's in Roger City. I remember my dad saying that the city council or whatever literally said, okay, you have a McDonald's, that's good enough, we don't want anything else coming here. And they've kept it true. The only thing that's there for fast food is that McDonald's. Yes, there's a little tiny Subway in the gas station across the road, but otherwise, that's it. This was 1980, 81, I think. They've held to it. Matt says, I heard the tractor pull is done now too. On 211.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean the tractor pull?
Yeah, they're out on 211. Not in. No, that they need to bring it out on. No, never
68.
mind. Yeah, 68. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, the tractor pull.
Well, I've never heard of it. But you want a shock, Matt? You want a big shock? Roger City built a tractor supply. Holy shit! It just opened. Holy shit! Everybody's gonna have a heart attack. Gordon says, yep, Roger City is going through rough times too. Not many jobs there. Matthew Zin said, there's never been any jobs there. Twin School and 211. All right, we'll have to check that out because I've never heard of that. I'm sure it's not going on now. That's got to be a summer thing.
Budley, be nice for once in your life.
Yeah, she's a crab. Oh, and then the subway in Onaway was put out of business because the employees were standing inside the building smoking cigarettes in front of customers. So that's why Onaway doesn't have a subway anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the delivery guy showed up to make a delivery and got them all smoking in the building, and so we turned them in.
Yeah. So that's the end of that. So the closest subway now is Indian River. But we haven't gone there in a long time anyway because I'm sick of Subway. I got so burned out on it. Matt says it used to be in August, I think, but heard people complain. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, just like Mike Turtle used to give away free firewood down here at the sawmill. People fighting over the firewood, and now we don't put it out anymore for people.
Yep.
There's people fighting over it.
Yep. Everybody has to ruin everything for everybody else.
It's like they're, if you're there getting firewood and someone else goes up to get some too, the people that they're getting it need to respect each other and let who's ever standing there clutching it up split it,
Yeah. Because Mike used to put a big pile of like scrap wood on the ground right by the gate where you drive in. And it was first come, first served, so whoever got it, got it. Well, people were punching each other in the face over it and whatever.
Yeah, they were getting in physical fights over firewood. It's like, okay, he's not putting it out there for people to fight over it. He's putting it out there trying to help out the community.
Yeah, Matt says, yeah, I remember that, all the slab wood. Made some deer blinds out of that. Yeah, Don repaired a bunch of the floor in here with some of that. So some of that is here, part of the house now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
He was dumping out all the waste from the pallet mill, from the pallet building.
Yeah, I think he stopped that in 2019 or 2020 already.
Yeah.
Because people just fought all the time.
The people were fighting over it, and he didn't want people fighting over it. He wanted people to be respectful and just split it,
Yeah.
So,
Nope.
I remember last time I went there and got wood, somebody else showed up, the guy was having a hard time. Well, I stopped loading up and I started loading it all up in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
I mean, how hard is that? It's not hard. I mean.
Yeah, nope. They're all like, it's mine, it's all mine.
Exactly.
Yeah, people gotta ruin everything. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Everything, literally everything. It's crazy.
But, yeah, anyhow.
But yeah, Tom Moran put a whole bunch of money into Awakened Park, which is the old steering wheel factory ruins. He cleaned it all up, made a trail and everything in there, benches and all this stuff. He historically marked all the ruins so everybody would know what it is, and then he put some of his sculptures in there. Well, to say thank you, the town ruined all the sculptures. And then they go on Facebook on that Onaway group and write things like, all those ruins need to be torn out of there. That's an eyesore. That's garbage. We could use a nice park. Tear it all out of there. Nobody cares about history.
Well, it was just originally just all just sitting there with all overgrown by trees and stuff to begin with.
Matt says, what did they make this year? What did they make this year?
Oh,
Oh, that big bulldog,
yeah.
which was, they made that for the school, the high school in Indian River. Now it sits outside the school in Indian River, the high school.
Yeah, it was made for the high school, for the school over there.
Yeah. And then he showed it off in the parade. And then in 2021, they made a beautiful golden dragon. And it had fire coming out, not real fire, but like glass fire or something. It was really, really, really pretty. And I don't know whatever happened to that because nobody ever saw it ever again. I've heard that it was made for a private person, but it would have been really pretty if they had put that somewhere here in Onaway. However, somebody would have spray painted it, so oh well. At least I got a video of it. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you look at our 2021 4th of July parade video. And if you want to see the bulldog, that's in our 4th of July parade video from this year. Didn't see it, we'll have to go look. Yeah, if you want to see it in person, you can see it going through Indian River. They put it by the back door, the end door. As you're going up the hill, you can just see it sitting right there. It's not hidden or anything. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know when you drive by and you're paying attention, you can see it, but you gotta be paying attention for it because where they got it sitting at.
Yeah, history should be a big thing here, but it doesn't seem to be. And Matt says, I didn't see the dragon either. Yeah, the only time anybody ever saw that was in that parade, and that was it. We have no idea who bought it or where it is now.
Yeah, it was made for somebody specific, but that's all we know.
Matt says it's up at the locks. What, that golden dragon? On the page I found. Because I've tried to look for that for it, and I can't find that. Well, I'm sorry that your mom passed away, Gordon. That sucks.
Yeah. It always sucks when you lose a parent.
Matt says, yeah, in the Sulaks. Alright, I'll have to look, see if that's the same dragon. Because if it is, when we go up there, that is on my bucket list for going up and making videos and stuff. Then I can get some proper photos of it and make a video of it, because I wanted to do that, but it just disappeared after the parade. But
yeah.
it was really pretty.
Well, yeah, when I went to the store today, somebody was already out on Tower Pond fishing, ice fishing.
I cannot imagine the ice being thick enough to be walking around on yet.
Well, there was somebody stupid enough to be out on the ice already today.
Yeah, you know, the Black River Party Store just posted on their Facebook today. We have minnows for sale, but the ice is not thick enough to stand on yet. Please don't do it.
Yeah, and I've seen 2 vehicles parked at Tower Pond, and you've seen a few people out on the ice already today.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, while they go through and that current takes them under the ice, they're gonna be screwed.
Matt says, yeah, I saw that, LOL. Yeah, it's just too early.
Yeah.
And then they stay out on the ice past the deadline, and then they're like, why did my truck end up in the bottom of the lake? Wah! Well, duh. Right?
Yeah.
Matt says, I got 7th or 8th in the buck poll. Gotta see what I won. Yeah, they posted that whoever won something needs to come in and get their prize. So it's there waiting for you, whatever it is. I did look at that list.
I know last year my brother Dan donated some stuff to them for handing out the prizes last year.
Yeah. But yeah, we go to the Black River Party Store all the time. Like all the time. If I'm not there with him, then Don's there by himself. Like, at least once a day, maybe twice. Molly says, people aren't wise, same here. Other day in town, some woman was doing her makeup, walking in the middle of the road, but her eyes were near shut, so I don't think she was fully awake. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely crazy.
Matt says, I bought his book, LOL. Yeah, I see that in there. It's for sale there on the counter, and it's also for sale in Tom's Market. Did you read it yet? Was it good? I know Dana Nutt is friends with my Aunt Yvonne and Uncle Rick. They run a Lashaway. They run a butcher shop in Afton. Apparently they're all friends. But I don't actually really know him. I just know he's the guy who bought the motel and bought the store, and he made the store and the motel a whole lot better than it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah, you made the store way better than it used to be. And then the motel, if it wasn't for him, that would have been cut down a long time ago.
Well, it was shut down and out of business when he bought it. There was nothing
it
going
wasn't
on
out of
in
business
there.
very long though, but it was out of business. I think it was out of business maybe a year or two or something like that. It wasn't very long.
Matt says, no, but sitting on my table, and the Tower Motel looks amazing. He did an awesome job.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't gone in there or anything, but I saw before and after photos of the rooms. And then he built that cabin, and then he's got the camping there, and rents out kayaks and stuff. It looks pretty fun. But it wouldn't make any sense for us to go stay there when it's like within walking distance. I mean, I could walk outside and walk down the road, and maybe a half an hour later, I'm there. It'll take like 2 minutes to drive there, so I don't think we need to get a motel room at home.
No. I would just go over the trail, walk down the trail until you hit the road, and then just take a right, and you're at the motel.
Yeah,
So,
not far away at all.
no.
Matt says, I always think about the motel in Onaway with the sign that they offer color TV. Now, which one is that? Is that the one next to the gas station, or is it one down the one across from where Brubaker's furniture used to be? I haven't paid a lot of attention to the signs. We'll have to look next time. See if it still says color TV. And I wonder if they still have the same old TVs, analog TVs that they had way back in there. And again, there's no reason to stay at a motel at home. By the gas station, the real old one. Or at the one with the red roof. Yeah. But that's too close for staying in a motel to go in and find out, so that's okay. Gordon says, when the family in Onaway, Millersburg, Afton area hasn't want me around. Well, that's depressing. That sucks. However, on the other hand, I do have members of my family, including my own brother, who does not want me around. So I know how it is. But you can't let it run you down. You can't let it wreck your life. That's their choice. You can't force somebody to like you who doesn't like you. So, oh well, it's their problem, not yours.
Yep.
Yeah, it is sad, but there's nothing that you can do about it. When people have made their decision, they've made their decision. So.
Just don't let it wreck your life.
Yeah. No sense stressing out about it. It's like I used to have a best friend, and then she got into a car accident, and basically went nuts afterwards. And all of a sudden, after 12 years, she wouldn't talk to me, and she was calling me a dangerous psychotic stalker. Well, at first I freaked out, and I kept writing her letters. What's wrong? What did I do? Blah, blah, blah. She wouldn't answer and wouldn't answer. I mean, she didn't even tell me anything. She just No more contact. So then I happened to run across on the internet where she was saying that I was this dangerous psychotic stalker out to get her. It's like, whatever. And that's when I learned you cannot make people like you who do not like you. You just move on, and that's that. And now my brother's doing the same thing. It's like, oh well, your choice. Gordon says, I've been the big black sheep in the family. Yeah. A lot of people see me that way too. Matt says, any trips planned? Not in concrete stone yet, and nothing until May because the roads are terrible and everything is closed for the season. But I do want to, we do want to go around to more places next summer like we did this last summer to do travel vlogs, like maybe more things in the UP. We want to get up to the Uper's tourist trap for sure. Especially since the big chainsaw that Moran made and he helped find the motor for is up there.
Yeah, that's got a 350 motor in it.
Maybe Mackinac Island. It's been a few years since we went there. Probably a lot more Mackinac City and St. Ignace again. Yeah, Big Gus. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, when they were making that, they wouldn't tell me what they were making, but all I knew was that I needed help find a 350 Chevy motor for it.
Yeah.
That's all I knew. I didn't know what it was until it came out.
Yeah. Probably Sleeping Bear Dunes, so that we can stop in Fishtown again and go to Carlson's Fishery and get some more of that absolutely delicious smoked fish sausage.
Yep, gotta go back to Tuna Town.
Yeah, that was good.
Tuna Town.
And we got smoked trout too, and that was really good. But we might try something different next time.
This sausage is flipping awesome.
Matt says I pass it on my way to North Dakota multiple times a year. Yeah, when we used to go to South Dakota on our family trips when I was growing up, we always went through the UP. Mr. Chubby Hubby, my old stomping grounds. Gordon says, only Christmas for my dog Dixie spend together on Christmas Day. Well, at least you have your dog to spend Christmas with. You're not just all by yourself. Matt says, Munising is a good place to check out for a vlog. Yeah, we've already done Tequamanon Falls and Kitchity Kippy Springs and the Fayette Historic State Park. And then a whole bunch of stuff in St. Ignace, like Castle Rock, Deer Ranch. We went all the way out to the Garland Zoo. We stopped at the Cut River Bridge. There's a whole bunch of stuff up there that I want to get to still that we haven't done yet. XX says you guys should go to Sleeping Bear Dunes and sled down that first hill. You mean now in the snow? Because with our car leaking antifreeze, we can't do it yet. That would be fun, I'm sure, but not yet. Mr. Chubby Hubby says maybe find some other black sheep to hang out with. Have a black sheep Christmas at Gordon. Yeah?
Yeah, there you go.
That would work. Matt says if you want a long trip, Duluth is cool and has a sub you can tour. Belfry Bats, how about Pictured Rocks and Porcupine Mountains? Yes. I was at Pictured Rocks as a little kid, but I don't remember that now. I don't think we ever went to Porcupine Mountain. But yes, that's on the list. And as for long trips, we do want to do that sometime, but we can't use this old beater car.
No,
We have to have something better if we want to leave the state.
I wish we could afford to just run and buy something better, but we can't. So.
No, and nobody will give us a loan, so we can't buy a new car on a loan. We're lucky we even have that out there at all. There's been times in my life where I didn't have a car at all in my adult life.
No, same here. Same here.
Oh, and then there's just countless waterfalls up in the UP that I'd like to find all of. And there's Marquette with that big, pretty red lighthouse, and that big long ore dock or whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff up there to see. Gordon says, our hubby won broth place in Onaway, Michigan in 1959 there, so I know Tom's Market in town. Yeah. That used to be Tom's IGA across the road, and it was Carter's in there. Actually, when I was really young, it was Country Star in that building, and there was, where the bottle room is now, was a restaurant. That's gone. And then it became Carter's, and then I guess Tom, the father Tom, decided he wanted to retire. So Tom's IGA stopped being an IGA, got taken over by his son, got turned into a Spartan store and moved in where Carter's used to be, and now that's what's going on right now, Tom's Market. But it's a Spartan store, not an IGA anymore. Matt says, rent a work van, they're like $300 a week with unlimited miles through Priceline. Well, it depends on where we'd have to go to get a rental, because I just looked it up today. Rental cars near me, and they're all in Sheboygan, Petoskey, Gaylord. There's nothing in Onaway, nowhere in Onaway to rent a car. So we'd have to take a decent trip just to go get a rental car. But I'm not saying that's impossible. That's probably the way we'd have to do it. Belfry Bat says, it's not as good as a car, but we've got a horse you can have. Oh, okay.
Well, I know what? That might be more reliable on the thing going right dead while you're riding it.
Can you imagine if we wanted to go to, like, South Dakota, like out to the Badlands where I was with my family when I was growing up, with Waldrug and all that stuff, and we tried to cross the Mackinac Bridge on a horse? Can you imagine how that would go?
Yeah.
Matt says, I remember Tom's IGA in the old building. Yeah, that's a gun store now.
Yeah, it's Red Oak. Red Oak.
Yeah.
Or something
Matt
like
says,
that.
what's your budget for a car? Right now, nothing.
Yeah, right now nothing.
Yeah.
Right now we're on a tight budget right now.
Yeah, we don't have anything in the bank right now. So right now, nothing. And Gordon, we don't know the Pruer family, so sorry. We don't know everybody in Onaway. And I know even less people than he does, because I moved away with my family in '93 and then came back, and I know basically almost nobody. Matt says, head out to North Dakota. Welders are getting like $70 to $90 an hour. The thing about that is for one, I don't want to leave my family behind. Number two, it takes a whole lot of money to move that we don't have. You have to have the money to rent an apartment and stuff. We can't just be like the dummy I was when I was 20, jump in my car and drive to California and think everything will be okay. No, I ended up in a homeless shelter for 3 months.
So that's where the person has to plan stuff out and make sure they got a job lined up before they go, things like that.
And his nephew did it. He went out there to North Dakota because all the jobs are so great. But everything failed for him, and he ended up back here again.
But then my other nephew, he's still there. Well, that's because the one was being smart about things, and the other one wasn't.
Yeah.
So
Molly says, I wouldn't fancy moving as you might not like it. Yeah. I mean, my mom is getting up in age. My grandpa is 99. I don't know how many years we have left with him. So I would really rather be close to my family. I think you would too, right? The ones you get along with?
the only family I got here is my brothers and sisters, and that's it.
Yeah, I know.
And it wouldn't bother me to leave or not, so.
Yeah, well.
Other than that, I don't got nobody else around here besides the two brothers and the two sisters, and that's it.
And I have also heard that rent out there is absolutely horrible. Matt says, "No, my work pays for my apartment, and I park my car in a barn and have a work truck." Yeah, well, that's a pretty scary thing to just jump head first into.
Yeah, you'd have to make sure you had all your ducks in a row before you did something like that.
Yeah.
And then we'd have to sell this place and everything to be able to even pay for the move.
Molly says, "I couldn't live without my family. I know it's not the same for everyone, and everyone's family is different, but I do depend on them a lot." Yeah, and Matt says, "I agree, I did it, LOL." Yeah, I mean, I was dumb when I was 20, and I tried to do that. Just jump in my car and run to California, because I thought, oh, when I get there, I'll have enough. Okay, I worked on Mackinac Island all of the summer of 1996 and saved every penny to buy a good used car. My plan was to get out there, have enough money left over to stay in a motel, hurry up and find a job, and work for a few weeks living in the motel until I got enough saved up for first month's rent and deposit on an apartment. That's not how it went. By the time I started out with $900, this was 1996, remember? So money was a little different. But I started out with $900. By the time I got out to Southern California, I left from Rogers City. By the time I got out to Southern California, I had $35, which was enough for one room in a motel, because remember, this was 1996. They were cheaper. And that was it. Then I spent the next 3 nights sleeping in my car, getting chased out of everywhere I tried to sleep by cops. And then I ran into somebody who told me there was a homeless shelter. So I got stuck at that homeless shelter for 3 months, and then I finally said, forget it, and I came back here. So I learned my lesson on that kind of thing already.
Yeah, because you took what you had on you and ran out there thinking that you'd be able to get a job right away. Didn't have like plans made in advance for like a job.
I was only 20 years old, and I was a very young, dumb, naive person. I was extra dumb and naive because I had a sheltered childhood. I had no friends, nothing. I didn't hang out with anybody, nothing. So I was a very dumb, naive person. And I actually thought that would work because I was dumb. But Matt says, work for a frat crew, you get 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Yeah. Molly says, everyone goes to Australia as it's better pay and more jobs, but it's expensive to go there. Yeah. Belfry Bats, what about that cool dude you met? Something like Rude Johnny. His name was Johnny Rood. R-O-O-D. He's dead now. But yeah, that is why I wanted to go back out to California. Here is the whole story. 1995, I was 19, I went and worked on Mackinac Island. Then after that, the season ended because it's only a seasonal job. I wanted to keep doing that kind of thing. So I found a book with a whole bunch of listings of that kind of thing in it. One of them was the Grand Canyon. So I applied to them. I got it. I went on the Greyhound out there to get into employee housing and work as a dishwasher at the Yavapai cafeteria for the whole winter. And then my plan was to go back to Mackinac Island. You know, Mackinac Island, Grand Canyon, Mackinac Island, getting back and forth. Well, I met this guy named John Rood, Johnny Rood, whatever, who was 19 years older than me on my way out there on the bus. And he started talking to me, and I was so young, dumb, and naive that I thought, oh, that guy loves me, so I love him too, bleh. And he talked me into quitting my job after 2 weeks and coming to Southern California with him, where he ate pills for the next 4 months and was just a jerk. And then he sent me back to Michigan and broke up with me and all that. But I loved Southern California so much, I don't even know why, that I wanted to go back there. So I got another job on Mackinac Island, worked the whole summer, saved all the money. Well, you heard that part already. But that was some of the stupidest decisions I ever made. That whole thing. I mean, not working on the island and working at the Grand Canyon, but the rest of it was so stupid.
Well, you do realize that some of those stupid things a person might do in their life, sometimes it creates the best stories you can tell them.
I could have died.
Yeah, but
he could have been a psycho, a serial killer. He could have killed me.
Yeah, but he didn't.
And he kept getting us in these horrible situations, like we had to sleep next to garbage cans on the ground, and then we woke up to Mexican guys standing there laughing at us. We went to we were homeless the whole damn time. We went to one of his friend's house, and because John was eating pills and drunk all the time, I was guilty by association, so that guy made us both sleep on the roof. Just a bunch of really terrible things like that. And he was always screaming at me and swearing at me, and it was so stupid. I wish I would have sat somewhere else on the bus, because if I wouldn't have been anywhere near him, he never would have said hi to me, and none of that would have ever gotten kicked off. Matt says, that's just standard life in Cali now. You were just ahead of the times. Yeah, it was Indio and Hemet. And then we ended up in Bullhead City, Arizona for a while. We ended up in Tempe. I thought it was pronounced Tempe, Arizona, because he told me we're going to Tempe. And he was from that area. But I found out it's like Tempe or something like that. But anyway, a suburb of Phoenix. We ended up there for a while with his sister, who just had dirty old mattresses on the floor for everybody to sleep on. And we ended up in Bullhead City, Arizona for a couple weeks with his brother. And then every night, John would have us cross that bridge there and go gamble all our money away every night. And that's another thing. He only wanted me around to pawn all my stuff, take all my money, and buy pills with it, which he ate Valium and codeine all the time. So I was just around as a source for his addiction. But at the time, I had no idea, because I was young, dumb, and naive. Molly says, oh no, I couldn't stick that. Yeah, well, I kept putting up with it all, thinking, it'll get better. No. It's Tempe. We lived there for 25 years. When were you there? Christmas time, 1995. Because I remember it was Christmas time and his sister didn't have any presents for us, and she felt bad because we just popped in out of the blue and spent a couple weeks sleeping on a dirty old mattress on the floor there. So it was Christmas 1995. Matt says it's a good thing you got hard lessons young and fast. Takes some people years to learn this. Yeah, but the thing is that a lot of people in my family still hold it against me and say I was really stupid. All these years later.
Yeah, but they're not going to sit there and tell you about the stupid shit they did either.
Yeah.
So everybody does. I'm going to say most people do stupid stuff.
There are a lot of people in my family who don't ever let anything go.
Yeah.
So if I had never done any of that, then they wouldn't have anything to hold against me.
Yeah, but sometimes they just gotta learn to realize that you gotta let somebody do what they're gonna do to let them learn on their own.
Majestic Vlogs, hi, how are you doing? Molly says they need to move on. You live and you learn. I do stupid things too. And Matt says, but they need to get over it. Yeah, try telling them that. My aunts and uncles and stuff. Oh, every mistake I ever made in my life, no matter how long ago it was, even when I was a little kid and had ADHD that never got treated or taken care of, they still all hold all that against me. And so does my brother. That's why there are people in my family who don't like me because I had ADHD as a kid that never got taken care of, and all the stupid things I did, jobs I quit, and running out to California and all that stuff. They don't forget anything.
Yeah, but
And look how long ago that was. I'm 48 now. But nope. I still get dirty looks at family things and whatever, and they don't want to talk to me and stuff. So whatever. That's your choice. Yeah, wow, definitely.
But most people do stupid stuff when they're young.
Yeah.
And that's how you learn, you know, is by learning from what you did wrong.
Oh, and a lot of them, especially my brother, think this whole YouTube thing is stupid, and I'm stupid for doing it. That's their latest thing to hold against me. Molly says, that's mad, not your fault about the ADHD. We all take different paths in life, but their problems are their problems, not yours.
Right.
Yeah. It's not my fault that the doctors were so stupid that they didn't know I had ADHD. They thought I was insane. When I was 7, they wanted to have me committed. So I never got any medication for that ADHD or anything. Luckily, it stopped when I got into 7th grade. It just stopped. And I became really quiet and didn't want to talk to anybody or look anybody in the eye or anything. But they never let it go, and neither did the kids I went to school with or the teachers at the school I went to. They never let it go. Matt says, what's wrong with your car? It's leaking antifreeze, and Don cannot figure out where from.
Yep, I can't figure out where it's going.
Yeah. Majestic Vlogs says, wow, my nephews had ADHD. Yeah, and you know, I have cousins who also had ADHD. You know, many, many years younger than me. Like two of them. And they always get shit talked behind their backs. I think wait a minute, 3 of them. I think they finally outgrew it now because they're young adults. But when they were at the worst of it, I remember my cousin Robin showed up late at one of our family things. And one of the girls who had ADHD was walking towards us. I was talking to her. She turns and looks and gets this ugly look on her face and says, oh, fuck it, Cheyenne. So that's just the same way they were treating me. ADHD is not something that kids do deliberately. They can't control it. Molly says, oh, don't start me on doctors. It's a topic that I could go on and on about. They misdiagnose people all the time here. Yeah,
So
same here.
Yeah, that happens here too.
Tesla Man says, I have ADHD, so I've done some things that now regretting doing them. Not to your extent, but yeah, see, ADHD is a medical disorder. It's not a choice. Me and my cousins who also had it, we all got treated like it was, like we were choosing it. We were choosing to act that way, and that we were brats and bad people and bad kids. It wasn't a choice. So I come from a really judgmental family. But that's how it goes. But yeah, we have cats sleeping all over the place. They usually fall asleep all over right about now, and then when it's time to go to bed, they're all running around like crazy. But anyway, I did not mean for the live stream to turn so negative, but that's where it went. I mean, it's not like any of that is false. But I don't like to talk about it all the time because it wasn't fun. None of that was fun. So.
That leave.
So we'll let the live stream go for another 10 minutes to make it an even 2 hours because we still need to make dinner. Matt says, what type of mic and camera do you use? It's just my iPhone 13 Pro. I don't have anything fancy. Punk Skunk says, we all need to vent at times. It's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here was probably not the best place to do it. So, sorry about that. XX says, dude, did you have an Adderall prescription? Oh, do you have an Adderall prescription for ADHD? No, because it's gone now. I don't know how it happened, but when I got... It's weird, because when I was in 7th grade, it was November, and I started having seizures. I still have seizures. And they put me on Tegretol. That was 1988. I've been on it ever since then. But as soon as I started taking that Tegretol, the ADHD disappeared. But there have been times when I was not able to get the Tegretol, and the ADHD still didn't come back. So I guess it's gone. I guess I'm lucky.
Some people outgrow it. I know my nephew Mark did.
Yeah.
He outgrew it. I'm not going to say all people are going to outgrow it, but I'm going to say at least a percentage of them might outgrow it.
Molly says, no worries, but I found it helpful, you venting. Yeah. But yeah, the ADHD was never treated. It was never diagnosed. I didn't know I had it until I was an adult. When I found out somebody else had ADHD, so I started looking up the symptoms and stuff, and I'm like, oh wow, that's what I had. Everything matches, that's what I had. But the doctors around here could never figure it out. And they thought it was red food dye. Then they put me on a diabetic diet. What the fuck? And then to top it all off, they tried to say I was insane at 7 and tried to put me in that big mental hospital in Traverse City, which was still open at the time. That's stupid. So it would have helped if it would have been treated. All the problems with me getting in trouble in school and all that, all could have been avoided if it would have been properly diagnosed and treated. So that kind of sucks. Molly says, night. Are you going to bed? Good night then.
Good night.
Tesla man, that's crazy. Yeah, I know. It was the doctors in Rogers City. They were just like, durr. So that could have been avoided. Spotted leaf. Well, turn your butt to the camera. Nobody wants to see your butt.
Yeah, they want to see my brown eye.
Nobody wants to see your butt.
They want to see my brown eye. Just relax.
Yeah, she's not sleeping. She's going round and around and around. So tomorrow's video will have some more trail cam footage in it. Don brought the trail cam back. We got some more white-tailed deer on there, so.
Yeah, I pulled the trail cam because if we get a big heavy snow or something, I don't want to have to walk all the way up back because that can be a pain in the rear end.
Yeah.
Because of how deep the camera is back in the woods.
Yep. I'm not saying it won't ever go back out there. But for right now, it's here at home.
Yeah, at least for the winter anyway.
Yeah, and there's nothing, we could put it out here in the backyard, but we wouldn't get anything.
I've seen the snow back in there get waist deep and stuff.
Yeah. Well, Matt, thank you for the super chat. We really appreciate it. Hopefully this can help with the car or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. That should help.
Yeah.
If he can find the leak, he can fix it himself, but he can't find it.
Yeah, but can't find it. I can't figure out where the leak's at.
Yeah, so in the meantime, he has to keep filling it up, and we can't drive it very far. On Monday, we have to go to Sheboygan to get Cole neutered, and we can't risk taking it any further than that.
Yeah, I don't want to risk taking it further than to like Sheboygan or something, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, as long as it's nearing home or something, it's not quite so bad. If it decides to say, well, I'm going to leave you walking, you know. I'd rather have it be close to home and then we get like almost down the street somewhere, we're almost 4 or 5 hours away. No, that wouldn't be a good thing.
But yeah, thank you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm starting to lose my voice too now. I drank all my drink here. Matt says, I'm headed to Alpena tomorrow to Harbor Freight if you want to ride along for stuff. No, that's okay. Thanks for the offer, but that's all right. Because we have to wait all day long. We have to drop the cat off at 8 in the morning and wait all day long in Sheboygan. And we're just going to do our grocery shopping then because we're going to be wondering what are we going to do for 8 hours or whatever.
Yeah, and we're going to try a little bit of fishing while we're up there too to help
Yeah, after we go do the grocery shopping, then we're going to go fishing, so.
Yeah, see if we can hook into a couple steelhead or something.
XX says, gotta go kiss the kitties for me. All right, good night. Thanks for coming.
Night.
Here you go. I don't know if she liked that, but.
Well, she is a weird cat.
Yeah. She didn't slap me, so I guess it's all right.
Yeah, too bad she didn't slap you. That's why her nickname's Slap Happy.
Yeah, slap happy spotted leaf.
Oh, belly rubbing.
Yeah.
Says I gotta get my belly rubbing fix.
Yeah, she's a good cat with people. She doesn't hurt the other cats. She just does not appreciate them.
No, she's like, that they can be laying there sleeping, so just walk up to them, slap, slap,
Yeah.
and then walk away.
Sound asleep, and she'll slap them. But all right, I guess we'll wrap this up since I'm losing my voice, and we still need to make dinner, and I still need to finish filming and editing the video for tomorrow. So, thanks for everybody who came, or to everybody who came.
Yeah.
Seems like we had more people this time than maybe ever. So, I hope you all have a good night. Oh, thanks for the hearts, whoever's hitting that. And, Mr. Chubby Hubby, thank you for having us over. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for coming.
We didn't go, normally we go live on Tuesdays, but we didn't last night because right at 6 o'clock when we would normally go live, we were out filming those Christmas trees at Chandler Park. So we decided to do it tonight, but next week it should be back on Tuesday, back to normal. Yeah, Punk Skunk, everybody. All right. Say good night.
Say good morning.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody. I have to go around to turn it off.
Tell everybody good night.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Good night.